Hey, what's going on, guys? DJS here. Wanted to show you guys how to beat the Raiders of the Lost boss mission. This is the one you get from, I believe, Ellie after you end up beating the campaign in the Tiny Tina new DLC for Borderlands 2. And it's kind of going to be kind of an in-depth guide for myself. This is more of a beginner intermediate guide for those that are newer to Borderlands. And maybe, I don't know, maybe if you're more advanced, this is helpful. But this is how we ended up beating it. There was three of us. Me and my brother and one of his friends, and it was kind of challenging at first, just not knowing how to beat these dragons and not seeing any videos on YouTube or anything. At this point, I decided I'm going to go ahead and make my own. Now, if you guys don't follow my other channel, it is in the description, and it is my Let's Play channel. I did a full entire walkthrough of Tiny Tina's story mode, and then pretty much mostly all of the side missions as well, so it gives you an opportunity to check those out. But wanted to show you guys this on my main channel because I figured it could get probably more views than on my other channel since it doesn't get very many views. And this is kind of one of those tutorial things that I like to do on my main channel. So first things first, you need all the people to join in the middle area, and basically this is the Seraph crystal boss. And when you end up getting to this area, it's pretty easy to find. But once you end up getting to this area, you'll see that everything's like covered in flame and stuff. So also there's a couple different relics on the outside right here that you can buy with two of the purple points. And there's on the two sides is the ammo, and then on the middle one in the back is defense. But honestly, it's kind of hard to grab them in the middle of a vicious cockfight when you're playing this game here. So I recommend using. Personally, I used the B, obviously, and I also have a relic that enables SMG damage or pistol damage, and I'll flip between them during the game depending on when I'm using my SMG or my pistol. Those things on the side can replenish some of your ammo, but honestly, I don't know. It's good to either use one or the other. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is I'm using the Herald, and the two I'm using the Sandhawk or whatever it's called. And so you'll notice when we got in the middle, we pushed the button, the column dropped down, and all of a sudden the vicious challenge begins. And there's 4 dragons that come on. Now, first of all, you see the fire dragon right now. It says he's the invincible. You'll see that the fire's kind of going crazy at the top. That is to signify that the dude is invincible. Then, now that he's up and his wings are out, he's ready to rock. So you can go ahead and actually kill the guy. I'm not sure if actually the guy's name is in Spanish because my buddy was playing. We were playing on his name of this game, and he's Hispanic, so maybe he put it on his Spanish. I don't know. I have to go back and check that actually because I just actually noticed the name Los Antiguos Dragons. Anyway, so the fire guy is the only guy that's really invincible. So if you can kill the fire guy first or second, it makes sense. But really, it's the challenging part is trying to dodge the guys from swarming around. One of the dragons will drop down at any given time, and then you'll be able to just go to work on that one dragon. Now, it did help that both my brother and his friend were commandos. Because they're commandos, they threw down their turrets. The dragons were kind of sidetracked with the turrets, as well as they had a bubble to protect us from extra damage if you were around them. So they had doubles of each of them, I believe, or something, and it was just crazy. It definitely helped a lot. The other thing that you're going to need is grenades that you can throw. As you can see, the life is just flowing back like crazy. I think I got one of these grenades, one of the new grenade mods, that actually makes it so when you throw it, you throw it, it gives you life, and then you'll notice slowly but surely on the lower right hand side that I'll actually get grenades back, so they'll actually just regenerate, which is crazy and pretty cool. But this is pretty much the strategy. One of the dragons are going to be down, they're going to be attacking the turret or whatever, and you're just going to let the one dragon have it. Try to kill as much of the dragon on the ground as you can, and then once he's dead or moves, he'll come back, or another dragon will come down, and then you'll just try to kill that dragon. And you just focus at one of them at a time. Don't focus on the dragons flying through the area. The other thing is you guys want to be kind of bundled up near each other. That way, if you're clearly on opposite sides of the map, you won't get kind of tangled up and killed. Like right here, this is the advantage of having a siren in the mix. I can just instantly revive the dude that just got downed. One thing to note, the fire one, the dragon, is definitely the one that's the biggest pain in the ass. Not only does he catch you on fire or whatever, He does his invincible little stunt right here. I'm just buying ammo because I was low, and you can see it what it does when you buy it. It just constantly refills the ammo, so it doesn't replenish all of it at once. It just increases the ammo slowly. But the fire guy is a pain because also when he does land on the ground, he ignites the floor on fire as well. And even if I think if you have a fire relic, I don't think you're 100% invincible. I could be wrong, but it didn't seem like I was 100% invincible from fire, even though I had like the flame of, not the flame of fire, but the bee with fire or whatever. I used my psycho and had that, and I still took damage from time to time. But the thing is, he'll do a flame ring on the outside, and then he'll do a flame ring on the inside of the arena. So you'll have to move back and forth depending on when the fire guy does his thing. The best thing to do is really just to kill the fire guy as soon as possible. If it's the luck of the draw, the fire guy will come down first, and you'll be able to kill the fire dragon. This time it wasn't, so we just ended up killing them in whatever order we ended up having it. And basically you just kill one dragon at a time. There's 4 of them again total. One is slag, one is electricity, one is acid, one is fire. And they're all, I guess the slag and the acid are for sure the easiest too. The fire one is definitely the hardest, and the electric one is definitely a pain because he takes some of the damage, or he takes some of your shield away with the electric damage that you take. So, but again, you see the grenades, just constantly throwing the grenades, replenishing your health anytime you get hit. Really, really big plus to have. You can see I still have 7 grenades after all the grenades that I've been throwing, and the other guys are doing the same exact thing. So having grenades that replenish health is a must. In my opinion, maybe for you guys you can get by without it, but for me it was necessary. And right here, I was going to wait, I think right here before the thing, yeah, before so I could actually revive him. That's the other thing. You have to have the skill tree set up with the siren to be able to revive your own team, but definitely essential, definitely a big help if you can do that. But between the turrets, the grenades, the herald, and mine's the unkept herald, or the double penetrating, so it actually shoots twice as many bullets, which is just nuts. Definitely recommend that. And the sandhawk that I have is a slag sandhawk, and I think I might switch up to the sandhawk and start using that one soon. You'll see. But we're just about at halfway with these guys, and getting the ammo is definitely essential. I mean, you'll have to be running back and forth and getting ammo unless you have a bunch of cool weapons. And you can see right there, I also use my siren technique on the dragons from time to time when I get a chance. But just throwing the grenades out and getting help is a must. And when your shield is up, obviously you do a lot more damage with the bee. And you can see right here, I mean, I'm doing a pretty severe amount of damage on this guy right here. And he's pretty easy to kill though. I mean, in comparison again. And we still have the fire guy to kill. Now we beat this actually a total of I think 3 times. So we definitely have put in a lot of work. I was a part of it twice. My brother and his friend beat it without me one time, unfortunately, which was kind of frustrating. But the crappiest thing is after we beat this one, you're going to notice what happens. The drops end up falling down, and then the guy that was hosting, Maro Nar, he was hosting and his damn internet crashed, so we couldn't pick up anything that dropped on the ground. And you can see right here, you see the flame thing. Now you can see it starting to ignite the ring kind of around a little bit. The fire going around in the panels, it's going on the outside, so it looks like it just kind of slowly ignites all the way around. And he's just definitely the biggest pain. If the earlier you can take care of him, the better. I think he did that, and now he'll go from the outside ring, and then he'll do another fire burst, I think, on the inside ring. All in all, he's just a real pain in the butt. You can see how much life he has left. So we just keep spamming him and just keep trying to kill him. I think my brother's using the Sandhawk, and I'm not sure what Connie's using for his gun, but SMG and pistol of whatever, for whatever it's worth, the Sandhawk with a B and the Unkept Herald with a B is just beast mode. I think I use my rockets at some point even just to spam them and get them off. But I don't have like a really heavy assault rifle, which would have been helpful. And I do have the new shotgun as well from the DLC, and you can see the fire ring coming around again, and he's invincible, so I gotta be careful. Wasn't careful right there, and I actually shot and killed myself because he's invincible. Again, you can tell because of the whole flame, or the little kind of aura or whatever he gives off from laying down in one spot right there. And right here, I decided to spam some of those things, and might as well use them. I figure I have them, and if we're gonna have a chance to beat them, if I get downed or not, I'm not gonna be able to kill one of the dragons, so I might as well just use the rockets in game. But I know I apologize for the length of this video. I know it's a long one, but it was kind of one of those ones I wanted to just make because, you know, I'm newer to the Borderlands thing. I mean, since I started playing it since the third DLC was actually out, so this is the very first DLC that I've been able to play with Borderlands on its actual release. Which I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get this and was playing it and ended up beating it. Not 12, 20. 15 hours later or something like that. I put in a lot of work to get this gameplay, and I haven't seen any games. Right here, I'm on fire again. I haven't seen any games of people beating it, but I haven't been looking. I'm sure there's a ton of videos out there. The other thing that's kind of cool is after you beat him, you're going to see, I'll do the kind of the loot chest run and see everything. One thing I have to say about the Tiny Tina DLC so far is the loot hasn't been very good. I haven't seen any. Well, actually, no. I've seen one legendary. I have a different video that I'm posting on that. It's a legendary that we ended up getting from a sacrificing altar. Kind of a little side, kind of a funny thing you can do that I found in the game during my Let's Play. But since other than that one, I haven't seen any legendaries. This guy drops a pink gun usually every single time, and the time he dropped it was a kind of an acid pistol, but it's not even that good of a gun. But the loot hasn't been very good. You get a couple decent like grenades from time to time, but really, like, I don't know, man. Hopefully though, I have the shotgun with the sword that comes out, and I thought that was gonna be really awesome, but it does decent damage. I mean, it does 400,000 damage or something when I'm up close. Right here, I think I'm screwed again, and I'm getting down because I'm in the middle of the fire ring. Didn't know what I was gonna do there, and everybody was like, "Oh, get out of the ring," but of course I wasn't listening. And right here, we're getting close to beating the flame guy, though. Once we end up killing this flame guy right here, it's just smooth sailing. So I don't know, you know, if you have Gunzerker or whatever other characters you guys have, you might be able to find your own methods, but this is a method that we found pretty useful. 2 commandos and a siren. Definitely a good way to go. And I don't think we killed that other dragon yet. Or did we kill him? I didn't actually see it if we did. Slag one's super easy to kill, and the acid one is equally easy to kill. But man, I'm a little bit tired. I've been playing this non-stop, just trying to get the game beat and then just try to play all the DLCs. And right here, I end up switching to the Sandhawk. And watch, as I switch here, I'm going to go down here and change my Heart of my Ancient to the SMG one. And that way I just can have a little extra kick when I use it. Especially since, you know, I give it an extra kick when I slag them with my slag grenades. Then I use my my siren technique on them, and then I just shoot him with my B shield. It just does a tremendous amount of damage. And I was shooting the turret up there for some stupid reason. But you can see right here now, it's just easy moving. The easiest one is the last one that we have to hit here. So I mean, he's slagged, and I don't know, boost is not hard to kill at all. So yeah, man, I had a lot of fun playing the DLC though. It's super funny. If you haven't actually had a chance to watch the whole, or play or watch the whole DLC, again, check my channel in the description for my. Actually, I'll add the playlist to the entire thing. I've actually posted the whole entire thing from beginning to end, with exception of the side missions as of right now. Those are still being uploaded as we speak. But I've done all of the side missions as well. But I posted the whole entire story mode, and you get to see the dialogue between it, and I don't know, it's just a fun mode to play, or not a mode, fun DLC to play. Tiny Tina is like one of my favorite characters in the game, and it's like it's just a fun mode, and she's like super sweet in it too. Like, there's a soft side to Tina that you'll see if you didn't know. Anyway, right here we ended up beating it, and as we ended up beating them, I got the achievement Make It Rain instead of Make It Rain. Kind of funny. And as I was trying to pick up these things that drop down, check this out. This is the biggest letdown ever. Well, I was sitting down here and trying to pick these up, and I was like, okay, I'm trying to pick it up. I'm hitting X. I'm hitting X. I'm hitting X. And all of a sudden, I was like, oh no. You need, look in the upper left-hand side, and then you see that, and you see his disconnect, and I was like, oh god. And then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? He was hosting, so totally lost everything. Lost all the drops and the loot run, but it is what it is. It happens like that sometimes. Unfortunately, he was hosting and ended up backing us out, so that's kind of what happened there. But I'm going to pick it up from there and show you guys what ends up happening after you end up beating him, and then you can see what happens when we go for the loot. So right here in the other game that we ended up beating is one of the the pistols that I ended up getting. This is just the it shoots really fast. I was actually pretty surprised by it, but it's not very strong, of course. And first things first, when you go straight through this thing, Morrow ran ahead and did everything, which kind of was a bummer. But he ran ahead and hit all of the chests, and I didn't get to see it because they jumped out and ran towards me, and I got scared. I didn't see this part because when they did this part the first time, I didn't actually get to see this loot room, and all of the chests in the first room right here are mimics. So he opened all the chests and was running by, so I was like, you bastard. So we had to just sit here and try to kill the mimics, and they actually drop cool things too. So sometimes you can get some fun things. I haven't seen the craziest amount of like awesome guns though, and in mods and everything. I mean, the stuff we have for the most part is usually better, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there was something that I passed up that, you know, that's one thing in this game you never know. Like the Sandhawk is one of those guns I just would have assumed would have just been horrible, wouldn't have been very good at all, but it ends up being one of the better guns in the game that I've found so far. So maybe there's a gun in here that I've passed up, or that we go through when we pass up, and it was really good, and I just never used it. But who knows? Yeah. So this is the first room right here. We're just picking up the loot from the first room after we ended up beating the boss, and then we're gonna go upwards and keep going through the rest. And I was just checking out these relics. I'm always interested in the relics because I want the ones that can increase my SMG or pistol damage, or those sorts of things. The class mods for that would be awesome as well. I haven't found I need to get a class mod that increases pistol damage for my Unkept Herald, because it's just a beast thing. Here's that shotgun that I was talking about with the swords that come out. I thought it would be cooler. I thought it was going to be something better, but it wasn't that great. And there's a whole bunch of these things. Now, if you're new to this DLC, there's chests like these, and of course I got a 6. And basically you roll a die on top, and you get numbers for your loot. If the higher the number, the better the loot can be. 20 is the highest I think that I've seen, and I don't know 100% sure if you can actually get a legendary from the chest or not. We've only seen, like, this is a 19, so there's purples usually. So like 18, 16, 17, 18, 19, something like that. It seems like there's like more blue and purples. Lower obviously is all greens. I haven't seen a legendary yet from these things, but it does cost you iridium. It costs 5 iridium if you roll both dies, which obviously you'll want to probably roll both die if you want a chance to get something. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you want to just roll one single die. I don't know. Rhyme or reason, I guess we just decide to roll both die. And I'm running around here because I've never actually been in this room, and so I was like looking around for chests and stuff. These guys are running around like pros because they've done it once before. And you basically just work your way back up to the beginning area and open the loot chests on the way. So pretty fun bunch of chests that you can get a bunch of stuff out of. Unfortunately, my inventory was pretty full, and all the stuff that came out of these chests were not as good as the loot that I had, which kind of is a bummer. I was hoping for some better weapons again for the DLC, but for whatever it's worth, it's kind of fun. You can see the numbers pop up with 4, 11, and 13. So he just has really bad luck. I ended up rolling this one, I think, coming up, or maybe that one I rolled. And what do we get? 19 and 19. Not bad. But yeah, I mean, really, again, not anything too crazy. Lots of things worth $100,000, but at this point, I mean, you get drops that I got a random assault rifle that was worth almost $1 million. Just kind of crazy. So the loot was just mediocre at that. I think there was 120. I think this was maybe that was the 20 right there. It had like 136 or something like that. But yeah, so you can roll one die or roll both die, and then I get another 19 right here. But yeah, if you guys like Borderlands 2 gameplay, let me know, man. I like posting little tips and tricks. I have just about all of the bosses beat, and I was hoping I could just post the gameplays of me beating the bosses on this main channel. If you guys want them, leave a comment, and I'll just have a random commentary over top of them. If not, if you don't leave a comment, and there's a 20 right here, actually, check this out. Nothing too crazy, but there's the purple and then the hot pink one, or the magenta color one. 150,000 for that sniper, not too shabby. I still want to see a legendary drop from here, though. I just don't know if it's possible. I rolled an 18 here and got 2 blues. But there's so many chests, it's crazy, and you have to have a lot of iridium, obviously, to keep rolling and seeing all these things. So Luckily, these guys were just all about wasting all their iridium, and so I didn't have to use very much. I have 100, like 300 or 400 left. Um, but I think that's. Oh no, wait, that's not it. This is the end part right here. So there's these two, and then if you drop down, then there's the whole bunch down here as well. So, and this is the last part of it, and then these are all of the loot chests. But there's quite a few of them. Definitely an epic amount, and definitely a fun little way to get the chests and stuff. But fortunately, the loot wasn't very good, so we didn't pick up pretty much anything. Yeah, hopefully you found this video helpful. If you guys are curious to even see the boss or see the loot room, hopefully this was fun for you to check it out. And if you guys were curious on how to beat the boss, hopefully my tutorial was a little bit helpful for you guys as well. And I guess I'm done making commentary over this video. Again, check out the playlist in the description if you want to see the full walkthrough of the Tiny Tina DLC. And subscribe to my other channel if you can on that one, if you like Let's Plays, because that's my Let's Play channel. I have over 600 videos on there, including the Last of Us walkthrough, completely uploaded already as well. But that's all we got. Have a good one. Thanks again for watching. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Back to the fucking town.